So, as you all know, we come from a family where we have had many teachers, all different grade levels, Florida, Pennsylvania, New York, and we all know what our loved ones put into a year of school. And we also come from a family where, knowing the teachers, we know that the financial side of the job is not very attractive. I myself am following the footsteps of some of my family members, and I will be pursuing the career of teaching as well. And people always ask me, why would you want to be a teacher? So many other things you could do to make a better living for yourself. And some of this comes from the saying that you might have heard, those who can do and those who can't teach. However, as you all know, it takes a lot more to become a teacher and an effective one at that. Throughout this speech, I will discuss why teachers deserve more compensation for reasons like the education required, the extra efforts and expectations besides just teaching the given subject, and the fact that we are forming and educating the next generation. So first, let's discuss the amount of education required. So to teach in Pennsylvania, like I'd like to do, the requirements break down into three components. First, you have to complete a bachelor's degree in an improved teaching program. Next, you have to complete a state-approved teacher preparation program like student teaching. Finally, you will have to pass required praxis exams for your subject area. Also, in many districts, it's very recommended that you attain a master's degree as well. And as you all know, all these requirements put together, they entail two precious things to any person in any job, which is time and money. All of these requirements allow for us to teach our subject, but as I explained earlier, there's many more things that come to teaching than just that. Teachers today are expected a lot, and they are told to wear many different hats as teachers, and they're looked to as mentors, which means they guide students on moral issues and they try and make them better people and show them the right behaviors to go on in the world. Also, sometimes they act as parent figures and they work directly with the emotional well-being and they build self-esteem and character for their students. And even more recently, in times of strife, they're looked to as even bodyguards. And a quote from CNN where President Donald Trump is proposing bonuses for educators who undergo gun training, which is something that even myself, I know I would never expect to have to do when I thought of being a teacher. Teachers are looked to do all this and wear their many different hats, while districts across the state and the country suffer from things such as underfunding. And in PA especially, according to Equity First founder Kelly Lewis, there are 138 school districts that are underfunded. This also comes with lack of resources, and I know that many teachers are paying out of their own pocket to get necessary school supplies for their students. Also, a lot of teachers nowadays are being pushed to teach to standardized tests. And in an article from the National Education Association, we quoted saying, "Education reformers are obsessed with rooting out bad teachers, and they have persuaded lawmakers across the nation that the only quick and easy way to do this is to tie teacher evaluation to test scores." We carry these burdens as teachers to complete the underlying goal, which is shaping the younger generations that we teach to be better than us and make a better world than us. In order to ensure the growth of the next generation, it's very imperative that we have to attract the brightest and the most compassionate people in this profession. In order to make this possible, this is why we need to compensate these teachers in this profession so that they'll choose it, first of all, and stay for the duration of their career. We lose many of the brightest minds for teaching to more lucrative jobs like engineering or in the science field like doctors. And it's because teaching is seen as kind of an undervalued profession. And there's evidence of this in an article from thedailyitem.com that says the U.S. Department of Education has warned that PA, like every other state, is facing a shortage of teachers, and the problem is only going to get worse. When speaking of value, we have to ask what is more valuable than our kids and their education. I've discussed with you here today all the different parts that make teachers who they are, all the different hats that they wear in their profession throughout their career. But without helping teachers financially, we'll continue to lose more and more brilliant people in our ever-advancing technological world. And it's sad. The only thing we can hope to do to make our schools better, our teachers better, and more importantly, to have our children prosper in our schools is we have to fairly compensate our teachers because they're the true superheroes at the end of the day.